First off, Merry Christmas. It is, well, obviously t-shirt weather. Probably 55 out here today. There's a little bit of a breeze, as you can see, but it's pretty good. It's beautiful outside. This is another reason why it never really feels like Christmas to us in the South. There's actually no snow where we live in the North either, but there used to be when we were kids. So snow, Christmas, it's kind of a thing. Anyway, today is rough. I missed out on work on Monday because my truck had a problem, a $200 problem. So that had to get fixed. I realized I probably should go eat lunch. Today they're all over the compound. They're trying to get the compound fixed or together more so that we can get electricity. I still don't feel right. I still have stomach issues, which sucks. You just never know when you're gonna have stomach issues. So today's the day. Yesterday was, while I was at work, it was awesome. And then, of course, now that everybody's gone, the pig got out earlier. And he follows when I shake food, so it's not like the end of the world. I don't really have to go chase him anywhere. He'll come back. It just sucks. And it's because the current system, our barn is falling apart. So they're not staying in well. And he needs to get butchered anyway. I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow. I think my husband, I'm not sure if he has to work tomorrow or not. I know that he got off early yesterday. Anyway, there's just a lot of things that have to continually get caught up on. And so the debate in my head, I get to a point, like I suck it up and suck it up and suck it up. And then I get to a point where I'm like, okay. And I throw the baby out with the bathwater and start over. And I'm getting really close to that point right now. Just having not been... I work from home, but I don't work from the camper. I work from my shed, so it's still not in the same spot. And so coming over here and checking on the boys every couple hours just to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do has not been where I'm at lately, which obviously needs to be more of a regular. And just trying to keep our crap about us while we're still working over there. It's really kind of a pain in the ass. You can only work over there after work. Well, we can't because it's dark. And I don't know about you, but I'm not letting people cut trees in the dark. And, there's not a lot here you can do in the dark either. Again, it also sucks. So we try to do a few things in the morning, but it still doesn't get light. Like, it's about the time you get ready to go to work. So there's still not much we can do. The cat is climbing in the pig feed bucket because this is what hey, get out of there, dork. What did you put in there? Yes, it's chewing pig feed. Stop. You're being a weirdo. So that's gonna go in the house, I guess. But I have a pig feed bucket up here just in case I have to go back and feed it to the pig. So it's a rough day all the way around. We're just not getting enough stuff done. And I'm a planner, so I try and plan all these things, and then I have 12 people that don't follow the plan, which is also extremely annoying because then we get behind the schedule. And the other part of that is my daughter texted, and she doesn't live here anymore because she got married and moved. They live just in town. And so she says, okay, what are you guys doing today? I think I should come over and bring some a new card game that they bought, and I should come over and we should play. Oh, friends. Well, I mean, people are already doing things today. So they're at the compound. I'm sewing because I didn't get to sew yesterday, which is money that I didn't get to make. I did have a few things I probably could have done, but my machine doesn't like the black thread, so I'm gonna have to get a different brand of black thread. Otherwise, I just fight with it, and that's never fun. And the crap comes out looking like it looks like crap. And so I can take it out and redo it some, but I also don't expect my boss to pay for me to do something 3 times just because the thread sucks. So I explained to her, I was like, well, we're all really busy today, but that's also not really it's not very nice either, because when you have children, especially adult children that want to spend time with you, you should really spend time with them. So I told her, I was like, well, why don't we plan on like 6 o'clock tonight? Then it will be dark. We'll all be done with our crap, or at least with the day's crap. And then my table is a mess because we have the Benjamin out, which is our air fryer baker, and it takes up space. And it's inside, and then the box is inside. So we shuffle the box back and forth. So the box during the day lives usually on one of the boys' his bed folds out into like a futon, or anyway. And so it usually sits there during the day, and then at night it gets on the table. Well, it just hasn't gotten back in there because nobody's used the table. And then we have, I'm going to say craft projects, which isn't quite right. Sometimes at night, if I want to leave the shed, or if I want to sit down while I paint or something, I have to paint over here. And so sometimes I have paint in here. I've done a couple vanilla, I've done a couple vanilla videos and stuff like that. So I've got some vanilla, some jars, my fire cider sitting in on the counter, just some things like that. So we need to get some things put away. But I told her, I was like, your mom plans, so let's make a plan, and then we can do something like that. So I think we'll try very hard to make a plan to see if they can't come over tonight and go with us. This also brings up, let's see if I can walk in the house while we do this. This also brings up this time of year. So December 27th, 3 years ago, is when our house burnt down, when we watched it burn. And that was a fun day. Because literally 1 minute you have a house that I complain about because the kitchen isn't big enough. And then, you get this, where there's no space in here at all. Let's see what I can find. My child puts these away, and then I never know where they're at. Ta-da! I might have some fruit too, because that sounds like what I should eat on a crappy stomach. So it was 3 years ago, December 27th. And so it sucks in a couple ways. It sucks that one, you have that memory of this is what happens, and that doesn't hurt us as much as, because we're living in front of the burnt house or behind it. So it's not like we don't see it every day. And none of us are too traumatized. It sucks, but we're not all, we don't jump when we see a fire, and we don't uncontrollably cry when we see something that we used to have. I do tend to be like, oh man, I forgot that I had one of those. On the flip side of that, though, I threw a chair this morning. I'll pick that one up while we're here. On the flip side of that, what really, really sucks is knowing that it's been 3 years and we still don't have a new place to live. That's the part I think that hurts my brain cells the most, and it's because of who I am and the way I roll. But this kills me. It really kills me to be like, yeah, 3 years ago, and look what we've got. Now, if you actually look what we've got, we have new land. We all have our health. Praise Jesus. We're at least healthy enough that we can work. And the boys are over there. Most of the stuff on the new place, they can do themselves, which is amazing. Because if I had to I could not right now hire somebody to clear trees. I couldn't hire somebody. I don't even know how we're going to hire somebody to build us a driveway. We're probably going to do most of that ourselves, except, we physically have to buy the rock. It's just one of those things. So that's our biggest goal for the next 3 months, is to get this place so clean that we can sell it. we're probably even going to end up having to try and take this house down ourselves, because the quote that we got 3 years ago when this happened was $12,000. I don't have $12,000, and I understand. I'm not saying that that's like too expensive. I'm just saying I don't have it. These windows were all brand new. We had to put them in. The mortgage company made us put them in before we could buy the house. So they're all brand new as of 10 years ago. But basically everything inside the attic is completely destroyed. And it got, well, this is our bathroom right here. That was our bathroom. So it toasted a lot of that. Down here, up in the attic was mostly smoke damage. But it toasted basically all of this. So, and we still have our poor trees over there, and those have to come down. But they have to come down our way and not to the neighbor's way. So we have to be careful with that as well. Anyway, so that's what we'll have a team meeting today and really get on making sure we're picking up, putting away. We drug some stuff out the other day and got a bunch of it picked up. We fill up as many trash bags as we can, because the price taking the house down was with everything in it. And it's free for us to take stuff to the dump. It's just labor. So we need to get more into figuring out how many trash bags we can load up, because we can take actually a load a day we are allowed by living here. So we need to make sure that we're getting that and getting closer. The other part of that sucks is this last window down here was our bedroom. And right now, yes, it had smoke damage and stuff in it, but it's all standing and I'm going to say basically sealed. That's full of some stuff that we kind of had purchased after the fact, and don't use all the time. Like, we have our smoker that's right here. We have some smoke pellets. So there's actually a rack right here underneath the window. They can raise the window and get the smoke pellets out. But I don't have a place to put that. So the house can't come down until that stuff moves. That stuff is going to go into my shed on this half down here. It can't do that until the child that lives in that half until we get another shed built at the new place. So it all has to be done in steps, and it all has to be done in order. And that is frustrating that you can't, let's work on something else for now. I can't do it. And we also don't have enough money to build. This shed right here is 12 by 24, and it cost me a little over I think it was $7,200. And that was delivered and set up. They did a great job of setting it up, thank goodness. We also have to fund this moving to the new place, which again, it will all be fine and dandy once we can sell this place. So we'll get there. I hope this is not a 10-year plan, because I will cry. I might cry. But this is a good example of every day do something towards your goal. And that's where we are at. We are still plugging away, marching away, still trying, still taking a step. Sometimes we take 3 steps and get knocked backwards. And we get up and we step again. And that's where we're at. Motorcyclists. It's nice outside. It keeps reminding us to move forward. Merry Christmas.